The algorithm trap. Imagine waking up, opening your phone for just 5 minutes, and suddenly losing 2 hours of your life. Not because someone forced you, but because an invisible system studied your mind better than you understand yourself. That system is called the algorithm. Today, billions of people scroll through platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X, believing they are freely choosing what they watch. But in reality, every swipe, every pause, every like, every comment is feeding a machine designed to predict human behavior. A machine optimized for one thing: keeping your attention, especially the attention of the younger generation. This is the story of how social media algorithms shape minds, influence societies, manipulate emotions, and quietly redefine human behavior in the digital age. What is a social media algorithm? A social media algorithm is not a person. It is a system of rules and artificial intelligence processes used by platforms to decide what users see and what they never see. Years ago, social media feeds were chronological. You saw posts in the order they were published. But today, algorithms curate reality itself. They study millions of behavioral signals: what you like, what you search, how long you watch, what makes you angry, what makes you laugh, what keeps you scrolling. The algorithm learns your psychology, then builds a personalized digital world around you, a world designed specifically for your brain. The more emotionally reactive you become, the more profitable you are. Why short videos dominate everything. Look around. Modern social media is increasingly dominated by short-form videos. Fast, loud, emotionally intense, highly stimulating. Platforms aggressively prioritize this content because it increases watch time and engagement. The longer users stay online, the more advertisements they consume, and the more money platforms generate. This is why videos with rapid editing, dramatic emotions, captions, controversy, humor, or sensationalism spread faster than thoughtful educational material. The algorithm does not ask, "Is this meaningful?" It asks, "Will this keep people scrolling?" That difference changes everything. The attention crisis. Human attention is becoming fragmented, especially among younger users. Continuous exposure to ultra-short content conditions the brain to expect constant stimulation and instant rewards. Reading long books becomes difficult. Studying feels exhausting. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Patience weakens. Focus declines. Researchers increasingly warn that excessive social media consumption among youth is associated with reduced concentration, memory performance, and cognitive endurance. The brain adapts to the environment it repeatedly experiences, and today's digital environment is engineered for interruption, not reflection, not depth, not critical thinking. Dopamine and digital addiction. Social media platforms operate using psychological reinforcement systems similar to gambling machines. Every scroll contains uncertainty. Maybe the next video will be exciting. Maybe the next notification will bring validation. Maybe the next post will trigger emotion. This unpredictability activates dopamine pathways in the brain, the same neurological mechanisms involved in behavioral addiction. Users become trapped in cycles of compulsive checking and endless scrolling. Many young people no longer use social media intentionally. They react automatically, out of habit, out of anxiety, out of psychological dependency. The algorithm does not sleep. It continuously studies human vulnerability in real time. The rise of superficial culture. Algorithms reward engagement, not wisdom, not truth, not moral value. As a result, emotionally extreme and visually stimulating content often spreads faster than nuanced or educational ideas. This creates a culture where appearance can become more important than substance, where controversy outperforms complexity, where viral entertainment overshadows intellectual growth. Young users are frequently exposed to unrealistic beauty standards, luxury lifestyles, artificial perfection, and carefully curated identities. Over time, comparison becomes constant. Self-worth becomes algorithmically measured through likes, views, and followers. Many begin to confuse visibility with value, popularity with truth, virality with importance. Information, cocoons, and echo chambers. Algorithms personalize information so aggressively that users increasingly live inside digital bubbles. If someone watches political content from one perspective, the algorithm recommends more of the same. If someone engages with conspiracy theories, the system amplifies similar material. If someone becomes obsessed with superficial trends, their entire feed can quickly revolve around them. This creates what experts call echo chambers, or information cocoons. Instead of expanding human understanding, algorithms can narrow it. People encounter fewer opposing viewpoints. Dialogue weakens, polarization increases. Societies become fragmented into isolated digital tribes, each consuming a different version of reality. Youth, power, and the future. The greatest concern is not technology itself, it is the scale of influence over young minds. For the first time in history, private technology companies possess the ability to shape global attention at planetary scale. They influence culture, politics, consumer behavior, language, identity, even emotional patterns, and much of this influence occurs invisibly, without democratic oversight, without meaningful transparency. The question humanity now faces is profound. If algorithms increasingly shape what people think about, who ultimately shapes society itself? Governments around the world are beginning to respond. The European Union's European Union Digital Services Act now requires greater transparency from major platforms. The United Kingdom Online Safety Act imposes duties of care on tech companies. China has introduced strict algorithmic controls and mandatory AI labeling rules. And in Kenya, lawmakers continue debating new social media regulations involving identity verification and online accountability. Around the world, one reality is becoming increasingly clear. Algorithms are no longer just technical tools. They are instruments of social power. Can the algorithm be defeated? Yes, but only through awareness and intentional action. Users can retrain algorithms by consciously engaging with meaningful content, following educational creators, ignoring manipulative material, disabling notifications, limiting screen time, using chronological feeds instead of recommendation feeds. Parents and educators also play a critical role. Young people must learn digital literacy the same way previous generations learned reading and writing. Because in the modern world, attention is a form of power, and protecting attention may become one of the most important human struggles of the 21st century. The algorithm knows what captures your attention, but the deeper question is this: do you? Because every scroll shapes the mind, every click trains the machine, and every moment of attention is teaching the future what humanity values most. The battle for the future may not begin on the battlefield. It may begin on the screen in your hand.